Welcome back to another episode of Sovereign Syndicate. In the interim between last episode and this episode, I went into the notepad for the save file and set my shit to 200. That way, even if you get a minus 100 critical failure tarot card, it will still pass. The game can no longer stop us with shit-ass fails. Now then, let us get in on this conversation. Then, do you have access to the Arsenal warehouse here at the wharf? My good man, I do, but that's not the point. Ah, Miss Clara, you always make the day a little bit brighter. Very kind of you, Dante. I'm sorry I interrupted, but now what that I have, what are you two plotting? It sounds quite serious. Iron Bear shoots Dante a flinty look. Dante responds by throwing up his arms in mock exasperation. Alright, Iron Bear, this young lady's word carries a good deal of weight around here. Miss Clara, your friend is interested in a certain set of diagrams offered by Lord Braxton. You describe a prototype steam-powered repeating rifle, a very advanced firearm. I give Iron Bear a look at my own. He shrugs. There's a saying, I believe. Never put all of one's eggs in one basket. He makes a fair point. And do you have access to these diagrams, Dante? As I was about to tell Iron Bear before your arrival, I do not. Nothing so valuable is still at the Arsenal warehouse, too much foot traffic, too many strangers. Lord Braxton's paranoid about that kind of thing, wisely, as it turns out. Dante pauses for effect. He's truly relishing his role here. The repeating rifle plans are most likely to be found at Braxton Manor, and I believe Lord Braxton is hosting a party there in the near future. How fortuitous, given that I have been invited to the very same party. Then you will help me acquire the diagrams for the manor. I'll be in your debt. That's reason enough, and searching the manor for the diagrams sounds like a bit of fun. Thank you, Miss Reed. I will meet you in Cunningham at the ferry landing here at the wharf when it's time to leave. What's the English expression? Good luck and Godspeed. Good day to you, gentlemen. No, I'm good. I shall be on my way. The answer lies at Braxton Manor. Very well. And then we shall make our way to the bell jar. Off we go. Off we go indeed. Away we go. Hermit strength chariot. Outside zone was flat. Very well. Ivana should be here too, I believe. Ivana and Sori seem to be engaged in quite a spirited conversation. This might be the only chance I have to ask her about the authenticity of the courtesan killer's letter published in the London Journal. My address is on the card, whether to be peculiar or mundane. Write to me about anything. I keep my sources anonymous, that is a promise. A clean flourish, as she passes over her visiting card. It might be perceived as an innocuous hand gesture, only meant to invigorate the conversation. I may have to sleep on it first. Sleep with the card under your pillow if it helps. Drop by the office anytime you like. Oh, can I help you with anything, Clara? I didn't mean to interrupt. Perish the thought, Miss Reed. I'm sure your good concierge here agrees that I've distracted her enough. I suppose there are a few telegrams that I need to transcribe. By the way, thank you for marking that window for me the other day. Dr. Roommate proved highly cooperative when I cornered him. Should have seen the look on his face. I guess the interview went rather swimmingly. I should ease into things a bit, soften it up. What brings you here? Apart from the exceptional customer service, logs. Logs? Flipping through pages and pages of guestbook logs, which can be terribly dull, but one can glean a thing or two, Miss Cecilia Adele? She motions to the quill pen and the guestbook at the counter, with a practice for signature of my pseudonym during my stay. I do appreciate you adhering to the botanical theme, per your surname. If you feel that, then I'd best change it. There's surely no need. The nature of my profession has simply attuned my nose to these types of things. I was searching for a particular alias and stumbled upon yours. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Clara, I swear on my life this discovery is merely incidental and I shan't tell a soul. What was the name of the alias you were searching for? Sorry, no, I can't risk the identity of my sources. It would be just my luck that you're a deft hand at deciphering aliases as well. This is going well. Just must be a fan of small talk. I'm beginning to form an idea of how you acquire your sources. Concierges, washerwomen, and florists are the oracles of Delphi. In our modern age, getting on their good side ensures I know of a local scuttlebutt for years to come. And to waste more time with any pleasantries. I've read your latest article on the courtesan killer case and I have some questions. Oh, please do tell. Huh. You did take the letter to the police, yes? Of course I did, after publishing, given the killer's threats. Ivana fiddles awkwardly with her signet ring. Those fluid movements she displayed with Surya are nowhere to be seen. I can hardly blame her for being afraid. The police were grateful, naturally, as analysing it will help them build their case. This could be vital in catching the culprit. Why would the killer send your newspaper the letter? I can understand why the killer, being proud of his dirty work, would send the letter to the press, but you mean why the London Journal? Well, we have a reputation for journalistic excellence. Or a reputation for scandal and glorification of violent crimes. As to why it was penned in the first place, it's about control. The killer controls his victims' lives, and with the letter controls how the police will chase him, as well as the narrative overall. Okay, then you must have someone pegged for it. Oh yes, and I don't mind saying so. But they said I'm a proper beast and shan't have to be caged, I thought to myself, but of course it's a werewolf. Nope, it's not. Probably not, at least. Oh dear, that's quite an assumption to make. One of my many contacts is a man called Mr. Sykes. Okay. The Greek's getting freaky again. He's a Lycan, mind you, and he became rather agitated when I showed him the letter. You think he wrote it? I'm not sure, but I suspect Sykes for a number of reasons. Not all of which I can share. Not until I put together the rest of my story. One that everyone will be reading when they do arrest the fellow. Well, it wasn't Sykes. Seems strange that the letter was published the night after slaying. Particularly when the letter itself indicates a lack of excitement recently. Truthfully, I did receive the letter sometime before the publishing, last evening. I was hesitant to publish it at all, as you might have guessed. Why publish it now then? There was no particular reason, I'm afraid. I just decided it was worth the risk. Ivana looks uncharacteristically conflicted. If I'd known another victim would arise on the same day as the printing, I would have waited. Or perhaps withheld it entirely, you have my word on that. Don't you worry that the letter could incite fear more than anything, especially after Ariana's death? Of course she's worried, but she also knew it would result in the London Journal flying off the shelves. Well, it's a warning that people need to be informed. But the city has been consumed with paranoia about this. Not everyone reads the news, Clara. I'm not sure I would use the word consumed. You would certainly profit if people were consumed by it. Alright, the choice to publish wasn't tasteful, I admit. But when Sykes is captured, I will breathe such a great sigh of relief, it won't matter whatever shock tactics you think I might have used. Ivana seems quite set on Sykes being the killer. Our writing reflects the way we speak. From what I've seen of the speech patterns, I'm not overly convinced that Sykes wrote the letter. The more I investigate, the more I'm certain Sykes is not involved, particularly when it comes to Valletta. Why is that? She gives me a queer look. I'd better be sure about this. Explain your reasoning. Sykes is not a good match for the cadence of Valletta. The patterns and grammars are off. You said you copied down Valletta exactly. What's wrong with the grammar? There isn't anything wrong with it, per se. After Beatrix, as little Sykes enjoyed Maud de Rose than talking about himself, I could probably pen his biography. Yes, and it's not as if he cannot write a well-tuned sentence, but without a single misspelling nor a comma out of place. It simply sounds different from his usual mannerisms. Perhaps the Sykes consulted an editor before. Ah, it's been staring me in the face all this time, of course. You penned Valletta, am I correct, Ivana? The way she looks down and squares her feet, she's been backed into corners like this before. Why say it aloud when you already know? Though I suppose staying tight-lipped at this juncture wouldn't be a matter of journalistic integrity, but rather cowardice. Right. Simply know this, it wasn't my choice. I'll not deny forging Valletta, but please don't think it was because I take pleasure in subterfuge. For what purpose then? An order from their superiors to boost the paper's sales, or something more insidious than that? Then be my ally in this, I won't turn down any help. I want to help, but I'm in the same boat as you, if you really want more information on the case. Ivana looks loath to say the next part. Take a look in your employer's flat. Madame Zora. It's on Cable Street, just past the orphanage. First brownstone you hit, ground floor. Swing by when you get the chance, I'm sure a clever lady like yourself could find a way in. I suppose that's all I'm going to learn from Ivan. Get off to Cable Street we go then. Oh. Is it really in Cable Street? Okay. I respect your grand man, I think you're streaming right. Alfie, are you shit posting or do you mean that? Where is it? It said... Oh, we're right here. Okay. Never mind. I'm assuming this door's locked, but let's do a new save right here. That's a bit of a climb to the upper window, so it's flat there. I think I'm up for it. Let's see if I can't peek into that window. It's that easy. Whoa, what the hell? Okay. Big bet. So we're only missing two then. Hermit and Chariot. But again, I don't think we have any more chances to get Chariot. I think we're shit out of luck when it comes to Chariot. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But I think I am. Anyway. A simple thing, really. I run at the wall, find pictures in the first window's trim, and up we go. It's a mostly barren room with a straw tick on the floor, a wooden bucket, and a set of shackles mounted to the wall. It's a prison cell. Possibly, the occupants might have come willingly. It could be a room for confining a werewolf during the full moon. Saints, I don't know. Perhaps she's using it for an unruly dog. No, I really mean it. I know it's hard to sit there and talk to yourself for this long, immersed and address an invisible audience. But it's the proper way of doing it, so I respect your dedication. Good job. Damn. Well, Alfie being sincere was not on my bingo card for today, but I guess I can scratch that one off. Maybe if I get a few more I can scream house and get a reward. It's as easy to jump to conclusions, then again if it quacks like a duck. And by the way, I am joking, Alfie, thank you for the message. Better scamper back the street before some passerby makes me for a cat burglar. I'm lucky I didn't break a heel on the way down. I wouldn't break a heel on the way down, man. I'm too strong for that. There's always gonna have some explaining to do when I ask her about that room. Well, I'm gonna use the magic lockpick and let's get in there. Worth like a charm. Suppose Miss Cameron's lockpick lives up to its reputation. Let's go inside and see if we can steal some things. Pardon me. Madame Zora has more than enough capital to enjoy the niceties associated with the upper crust, yet you wouldn't notice from a glance at her flat, which is the opposite of cosy. The furnishings and fixtures of her modest 3 rooms are a cut above the average tenement, but not lavish per se. Either Zora's much humbler than one might suspect, or she likes to play chameleon with her property. The barren decor suggests a woman lacking personality, but anyone who has spoken to Zora knows the opposite is true. Zora's well-heeled status does not align with the domestic simplicity found here. There is something insincere about the wooden picture frames and the chairs upholstered in drab and solid colours, as if she were concealing aspects of her character, aspects that would otherwise be exposed if she had chosen the handcrafted and one-of-a-kind pieces for her home that she certainly could have afforded. Once I had a good look around, I shouldn't dally much longer. Tanner's waiting for me at the wharf. Alright, let's have a little look then. Such a large table, does Zora have company often, or is it merely for show? Orchids are notoriously finicky plants, but this one seems to be thriving. This particular variety serves as the national flower of Yugoslavia. No way. Is Zora the fucking courtesan killer? That's crazy. The severed and taxidermized head of a lycanthrope. It's not illegal to own such a thing, unfortunately, but it's the absolute nadir of bad taste. I've seen such grotesqueries hanging on the walls of the wealthy before. Shrunken human heads, heads of minotaurs, kitsunes, and more besides. It appears Zora has an interest in penny dreadfuls. Okay. Here lies the telegram addressed to Madame Zora. To the distinguished Miss Zora Levick, Lord Silas Braxton Bragg requests the pleasure of your company at an evening party 7:30 on October the 31st. Aperitifs and digestives to be served. An unrolling of an acquisition from the Phoebus will entertain guests at 9:30, followed by a captivating and revelatory demonstration by Lord Braxton regarding his latest discoveries in the field of medical research. Unite in the name of progress and innovation, with kind regards for the estate of Lord Braxton. Zora would most certainly wish to attend such an exclusive party. No wonder she isn't home, she must have already left for Braxton Manor. I should meet with Tanner when I'm done here and make my way to Braxton Manor as well. Ruins at dusk. Such artwork does line up with Zora being the pensive sort. The details in these plates are quite precise. No wonder they're on display. Zora's writing desk, it's practically crying out to be searched. Let's have ourselves a rummage, shall we? In the drawer is an open letter addressed to Madame Zora. It appears to be quite new. It says here it was sent by one M. Orsini. Is Orsini familiar? Wasn't that reporter called Ivana Orsini? Dear Zozo, I wish you'd hang up your pride and come home. The Levick name still holds some sway and Nana Angeli still has her legacy. I think if only you'd apologise to the man's family and cease this misinformed prejudice, I could make a case for your return to Yugoslavia. I was never close to you nor my own sister, given our discrepancy in age, and really, you've been more of a sister to her than I ever was, but I ask you, on behalf of the family, to consider it. I've been writing to Ivy as well, and I know she has wanted to see her home again. I wish you would have told someone of your beliefs while you were here. You might have conversed about it rather than staying quiet and clinging to your status to protect yourself. We would love to have you back in Bruslavia, so please at least write me back and tell me that you consider it. Kind regards, M. Orsini. Orsini, as in Ivana Ursini. Yeah, I was right. My, that does raise some questions. I need to speak with both Ivana and Zora post-haste. It seems Ivana and Zora are family, cousins perhaps from what the letter says. I wonder if Zora has a stake in Ivana's newspaper as well. They are also Bruslavian nobility of some stripe. I'll have to track Zora down at the party tonight for a lengthy discussion. There is something else tucked into the farthest corners of the drawer. It's a locket of some sort, strung with a gold chain. Inside is a finely crafted portrait of a young boy, no more than 10 years old. An engraving on the exterior reads, Damjan Levach, Zora's son. Saint, that certainly bears consideration, and perhaps questioning. But how would I explain my knowledge of this to Zora without letting her know of my break-in? Well, we just tell her we broke in. It's not that big a deal. I shouldn't have clicked that. It's fine. The door is more heavily constructed than the rest of the house and it's padlocked shut. That's truly unnerving, isn't it? Whatever I do here, I'd best be careful. I don't want Madame Zora knowing there's someone snooping about the place. Let's examine the door. There's a slight draft coming from beneath the thick door that would suggest a window or alternative entrance. Turning the padlock over, there seems to be tiny shapes etched into the metal. Pick the lock. The instant my pick slides into the lock, the metal heats to a blistering temperature. I drop the sharp pick where it clashes foully ruined to the floor. Since above, there's some sort of cantrip on the lock. Zora is sadly protective of whatever is in this room. Seems to be a perfect fit. I can hear the driver pin slide into alignment. Yes, that did the trick. God damn. Saints above, this is the same room I saw from the window when I scaled the building. This floor has been gouged repeatedly here by someone or something very strong and highly motivated. A lumpy flophouse mattress which has certainly seen better days. Are those saliva stains, drool, or perhaps it's been chewed? No need to get any closer to that thing, I've got exactly as many fleas as I need. A set of chains and manacles are bolted to the wall. These aren't remnants of times gone by. There's little rust and the cuffs are shiny with recent use. A salve specifically made for werewolves to ease the unbearable itching and other symptoms of transformation they suffer around the time of the full moon. The chemist will only provide this with a physician's note. Inspect the label. This label's smeared with salve, but the patient's name is still barely visible. Ivana Orsini. The jar has almost been used up. Ivana's a lycanthrope. I wonder if Zora's a lycanthrope too then. Ivana is a werewolf. One would assume Zora shelters her cousin here during the full moon. Let's have a look at the window. A barred window looking out into the street. The bars are on the inside of the glass. This room is nobody's idea of a private getaway, but I'm sure it's more comfortable in the cell block of the tower. Perhaps this is where Ivana spends the full moon waiting at her transformation where she can't harm anyone. If it was me, I simply just wouldn't transform. You know what I mean? Interesting game. Fits the environment, very soothing. Well, thank you, yeah. I started playing it a while back and then I stopped to play Hunt Showdown. Got around to finishing it again like the past 3 days. We're about 60% of the way through the game. I'm interested to see where it goes. We unfortunately failed a quest earlier. I would have tried to redo it, but it's like one of those quests that span across multiple chapters. And it's like, I'm not redoing everything, you know what I mean? The engraving on the frame claims it to be Slavko II, what a dour looking fellow. I'll take it. We don't need it, but I'll take it. And then we'll just drink it. Even though it's perfume. Oh no, it was laudanum. This is the perfume one over here. Makes sense, man. When you have so much time at any rate, it gets exhausting as well. Yeah, like the way it was done, it just seemed very strange, man. Like, I didn't even realize there was an alternate ending. I thought it was just kind of bugged. I attached them for Discord. But apparently there's like different dialogue choices you can make over the course of the several chapters that'll lead to a different ending. I was like, oh, well, fuck me, man. The view is not particularly scenic, though it can hardly be helped with the sprawling orphanage across the way monopolising most of it. Still, Zora's done quite well for herself. Crisp, clean linens with not a wrinkle in sight. It seems Zora is as exacting in her private life as she is at the Rose. Why do people even make their beds, man? You're just gonna get back into it at the end of the day, rather. Floors do regularly. The same perfume used by Queen Victoria, if you believe the adverts. Have a sniff. A titch ostentatious, I must admit. Yeah, we'll have a little sniff. But why do you need an intelligence check to sniff a bottle of perfume? It's a good thing for HK that he doesn't require an intelligence check when he wants to sniff a bottle of perfume. You would never pass. Oh, it must be a favourite of Madame Zora's. I recall smelling this scent all over the Velvet Rose. Bergamot, musk and roses, a surprisingly crisp scent. It's mine now. Now, is it gonna make the drinking sound effect? We might have a different use for it though. Let me do a save. I just want to see if it does the drinking sound effect. It does not. It would be funny if it did. I'm not gonna use it though, because it might have a different use, like in a quest or something. I don't know. We interact with this, right? Or was it? We did. Yeah. I think we're done in here. And I love how my character said that we gotta make sure that Zora doesn't know we haven't broken in. And yeah, we're just gonna leave this unlocked and open. Alright. I wonder where my perfume and laudanum's gone. Why is this door open? Must have been the wind. Average perfume consumer, literally. Yeah, man, I don't know what it is, but perfume is just so tasty. Usually I like to mix it with a bit of bleach to give it a stronger kick, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, bon appetit perfection, you know what I'm saying? I think we're done. Oh no, I think we gotta go to the hotel again. We had to go over Tide Pods. I'll have to try that next time I have it. Never tried it with Tide Pods before. Is it like a tea bag where you just put the Tide Pod in and stir it around a little bit? Interesting. I'll have to give that a go sometime. I must say, with the loading screens being as quick as they are in this game, it's very nice. Oh, by the by, a package just arrived for you. I've got it right here if you'd like to collect. A package from whom? It's from your friend Tanner Cunningham, it seems. That'll be the dress for this evening's soiree. Thank you, sorry. And take the package now if you'd like. Yes, mandatory plastic adds texture. Yeah, modern games on an NVMe even take quite a while to load. Yeah, with this one, it's just so quick. You can't help but wonder if the loading screen is even needed. It's like, it's just instant. Not a problem, Miss Reed. I do hope Tyler's picked something reasonable. Whatever it is, I can head up to my room and put it on at the dressing table when I'm so inclined. And I'll be waiting for me at the wharf, and we'll take the ferry to Braxton Manor from there. Is there anything else I can help you with? I'm good for now, thank you, sorry. Let's go up and change then. Did I ever look at this? No, I didn't. I do look rather winsome on that canvas. But I gotta stay winning, you know how it is. That's a tad bigger than it actually is, then again, Tesco likes to highlight parts of his subject. I just hope I'll just take this with me on my trek across the pond. Just put it in the inventory, it's what I would do. Is it reusing this? Let's get this over with. Well, it's not what I would have chosen, but at least it fits. Dude. Look at her go. Running. I can see her legs clipping through the skirt. I would 100% fall over. How did he not step on like the bottom of a dress and just trip themselves up? Haunted legs. Well, actually, this is actually Obito Uchiha, and he's using his signature Kamoe move. He's on his way to kill his mentor, Minato Namikaze. Those Victorian dresses look very uncomfortable. Yeah, and you know that she has a corset on underneath that shit too, just like fucking compressing her ribs and breaking her bones and shit, you know? Alright, I believe that's everything. And at the wharf. Yeah, I think that's everything for this chapter. Getting choked. Shit, man. Getting choked would probably be a better feeling than the corset that they have on. I won't lie. Over here? Question mark? Nope. Maybe on the other side. Maybe on the other side. Oh, here it is. Save over this. And I'm assuming this is going to end the chapter. There she is, my lady of the evening, the Spitfire detective, Lara Reed in full regalia. Detective? Why, that's right, I've heard from my source that you've been running here, there and everywhere today. Trying to topple the perpetrator of a ghastly set of murders, they say. By his sources, he must be an Iron Bear. Likely he saw me as I was bustling about Sour Square today. The sources were correct. I've been tapped to assist in the case of the courtesan killer. The Canon Corsa, you mean? Surely you've seen the papers, the letter from the old Sam Hill himself. The letter was a fake. Well, the unrealistic part about this is how they're not condescending to a female investigator for the time. Yeah, I mean, not only... She's not even a female investigator. She is a prostitute with good skills or something. And he decided to hire her. She's not even hired by like an official organization. It's like some shadow cabal or syndicate or something that has her running around doing it for them. And as far as I've read from the dialogue and such, this guy I was speaking to is one of the people who pays that woman to fuck her. Empowerment has gone too far. But I also think that, I don't know what the deal with this guy is though, because he also wants to whisk it away to Texas. So I don't know if he wants to, So I don't know if he's like, he has this perspective of saving her or some bullshit and having her for himself. I don't know. The letter was fake. I wouldn't trust everything you read, Tanya. How do you mean? A little bird at the paper informed me that a retraction might be imminent, that the letter mightn't be the most authentic piece of journalism. Looks like a douche. Well, he's from Texas. What do you expect? You know, he's American. It's in his blood. A forgery then? By gum, Clara, that's my dashing misread for you, already uprooting falsehoods, getting to the meat of things. I'll say this for Tanner, he's never considered me incapable. Shall I tell the boatman we're all set? Afraid it'll be a bit of a trip up the river from here, and we won't be back to London till late. Ready to shove off Spitfire? I'm ready, let's head out. Ready as I'll ever be. Better just get on with it. By the by, where is Iron Bear? Is he not joining us tonight? Right here. Sorry for being tardy. You think that's gonna cut it? Give me £50 right now, and I'll forgive you. Not a problem, my friend. You made it just in time. Don't lie, dude. You're selling, man. You're selling. This guy's an idiot. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get the hustle. Glad to hear it. Might I say, Miss Reed, I really picked the winner with that dress. I love all the frills and bits. Yes, Tanner, it's delightful. You have wonderful taste. Don't flatter me too much, my dear. I'll get big-headed. No, don't do that. He is not a hustler. No, he's not. He's got the American IQ. You know, what can we do? The river we had taken to reach the manor used to be called the Isis. What? In some parts it is still known by that name. Shit, man. Crazy stuff is gonna happen on this river, we gotta be careful. Is that so? Then let's hop to it. Maybe there's a casino on the boat. What's the difference between a self-image and an external one? Is it a fort? What do you mean? Oh, that's just this. So, have you ever played Disco Elysium? Where, like, your character talks, and then there'll be, like, 3 different voices in their head with different reactions? It's basically a replica of that system. So, this doesn't really mean much. It's because, like, there's 3 different characters, and they all have, like, 3 different voices that speak in their head. And then with, like, the dwarf character, it'll be, like, analysis or some bullshit like that. So it's don't have to worry about too much about the name of it. It's just like an internal thought process. Yeah. Maybe there's a casino on the... Oh, let's go! We're gonna drink both to the casino. We're gonna have 1,000,000 beers, and we're gonna rinse the casino and bankrupt them. Let's go. I can't wait. This is what I've been waiting for. A man who does not think for himself does not think at all. Oh. Wow. Gambling Maxon, hell yeah, man. They're gonna be rich as fuck. I almost feel sorry for them. I'm gonna bankrupt them. You decided to part ways with your friend and creator Teddy Redgrave over his recent contract to abduct a werewolf named Sykes. You rode this and many other new experiences to the Determination Core ever since it was installed. You've had access to complex decisions, and your mind has been flooded with questions. Alright. Everything's black and white, I hate it. Stepping into the alleyway for the first time alone. I see it in a way I hadn't before. It's empty. It feels empty. I've made it. I've been here before, but this time it's on my own terms. Don't be afraid, Otto. This is what every person does. They strike out on their own, they make their own choices. I am alone. This may seem unfamiliar, but it isn't. The only difference is that I decided to be here. We are free. But what now? I went where Mr. Teddy said to go. He knew where to go, what to do. Mr. Teddy worked for a living. Other citizens of London have been observed doing the same. Let's find a job then. Many citizens work in Sower Square. Then Sower Square is where I'll go. You know, if I was a robot and I just gained free will, my first instinct would not be to look for a job. Because, like, does a robot need to eat? Drink? No. It doesn't have this. It doesn't even need a house for warmth. He doesn't need any of that. Like, what the fuck is wrong with him, man? What even can he do? There's no video games for him to play. It's kind of cooked, I'm not gonna lie. To test the limits of any newfound independence, there's something else I should do. Needs purpose, and slaving isn't one. Yeah. As much as they would like to lead you to believe otherwise in school and whatnot, being a slave to a job is not good. It's funny, because I'll see like people commenting on Instagram saying that they hate being unemployed and being left with their own thoughts and shit. And I just sit there looking at them like, I was fired like 2-3 months ago, and I fucking love it. I hated having a job. It was so bad. It was awful. Talk to other automata and see if they wish to join us. Why should we be the only ones to enjoy this sort of freedom? Oh. We're gonna... Damn, I didn't know this was going to become Detroit Become Human all of a sudden. It looks like we're going to be Marcus and lead a robot rebellion, uprising. You know, maybe we can even set off a nuke in Detroit before the game's finished. Maybe. But we'll find out on the next episode for the next chapter if we do that. So, don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube, it really helps a lot. And it would help even more if you followed on Twitch. But as I said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye for now.